Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my page, Money Making Juggernaut. I'm your host, Eric Richardson. Today, we have a special guest, Felix, on YouTube. His page is listed as Giant Lifestyle. And today, he's going to share with us a great side hustle that you guys can use yourself to generate an additional stream of income. So, Felix, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in this business.
Well, first off, Eric, thank you for having me on the channel. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I am from New Jersey. Like Eric said, my name is Felix. My full name is Felix Wisniewski. I run a channel called Giant Lifestyle, where I talk about a variety of different businesses that people can do, but I also share some of the things that I do and do on a consistent basis, which is the business of buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. Basically, that's just buying and reselling diabetic testing supplies. I also talk about different topics like real estate and stuff like that. But how I kind of made my come up was with buying and reselling these diabetic testing supplies. I now have a course that I show people how to do it. I've been teaching people since around 2019, but it's still a business that I do till this day. And it's a business that truly has changed my life. So that's really why I kind of made the course. So that's basically it.
Okay, awesome. So having multiple streams of income, guys, that is important. You guys know that that is what I preach. That is what I teach. And Felix actually shows additional ways. As you guys know, on my channel, I just identified 4, but Felix has, I believe, like over 20 different ways. He has videos on there. So if you guys are looking for another stream of income, definitely check out his page. Once again, on YouTube, that is Giant Lifestyle. So in regards to medical commodities, how did this industry come about? And for those who are just now hearing about it, what exactly are medical commodities?
Yeah, so like Eric said, I do have actually have 2 channels, believe it or not. I'm not sure if you know. I have a channel called Giant Lifestyle where I talk about, everything I do and then some things for other people. But I actually have a channel called Flipping Medical Commodities University, which is all about the business. And maybe you could put that in the description down below as well, where I talk about different things people might need to know when they're doing their due diligence about this business in case they may want to, pursue this. But for anybody who doesn't know what it is, there's like about 30 to 35 million diabetics in the United States to this day. And, it's like 1 in 10 people have diabetes, and they basically have to regularly test their blood sugar. And those supplies that they regularly test their blood sugar, most diabetics get an oversupply. So, for example, my father, he only needs about 4 to 5 boxes a month. He gets 15 boxes every single month delivered right to his house. There's no possible way he could use all those boxes. So somebody like myself would buy them. Now, in the beginning, I used to buy them from him. Now he just gives them to me. So for those specific boxes that the buyers we resell them to pay $70 per box, between $67 and $70 a box for those specific boxes. So 10 extra boxes a month, that's like $700. Me and my father just split it down the middle. But that's basically what the business is. And like I said, I have a bunch of videos that explain how it is and how everything is pieced together. But we basically put out advertising and marketing for people who have extra diabetic testing supplies. We buy them and then we turn around and resell them to wholesalers. And as far as how everything came together, I didn't invent this business. From what I've heard from other people, I've heard it's been around since like the 80s, 90s. I've personally been doing it since 2015 is when I discovered it after I was doing a real estate deal. The deal kind of fell through. And, you're in real estate. So sometimes you could be, kind of pressed, real estate deals take a long time to close. And if you're waiting on, a check, 10, 20,000 and it doesn't close, you could, kind of be bummed out. So the other guy that was in the deal was doing the business. And, I kind of had to, he wouldn't give me the game. I offered to pay him, offered to work for him. He wasn't having it. And it took me 6, 7 months, but I figured it out. So, the main thing of the game is to how to find the people who have these diabetic testing supplies, which I do show inside my course if you want to put that in the description as well. But then not only knowing how to get these diabetic supplies, but also having the buyers in the back end who are, it's basically these big pharmaceutical companies who just buy these diabetic supplies that people would otherwise either throw out or let expire and then just turn around and resell them. So it's like a big cycle, but I didn't invent it. I wish it'd be cool if I did, but definitely not.
Okay, well, this business model seems like something where you're helping people, and the best businesses to do are when you're actually helping individuals. They have these extra diabetic test strips. They're not even using them. And most individuals who are diabetic, sometimes they are under, a certain income level, and they can definitely use an additional a couple $100 if you're paying them for their medical test strips. So that's amazing that, you guys can use the extra test strips and sell them, make profit, and still help these people out. So for somebody starting off in this business, what would be the startup cost?
So besides the course, which I have, listed at a pretty cheap price, a couple $100. And I used to sell the course when I first started, for over 1,000, but I just kind of switched it up to make it a little bit more affordable so everybody could get a piece of the pie. But as far as how much it costs to actually get this business up and running, I've seen people do it with as little as $20, but I recommend to have somewhere between, 300 to 500. You could, I knew a kid who bought my course. After he bought the course, he only had 20 to his name. He took 20, bought one box, flipped it for 60, took the 60, bought 3 boxes, flipped it for 150. So, good amount. Because any other business, you start, try to start any other business, not any other business, but a lot of these businesses out here want, $5,000, $10,000 startup. That you can start this with as little as 20, but a good amount to get it up and running off the ground easy as possible would be somewhere between 200 and 500.
Okay. So if you have high work ethic and you're going to take action, $300 to $500 is going to get you right to, essentially make some profit pretty fast. How fast can you get paid out in this industry?
Yeah. So if you had diabetic test strips on you right now, boxes of diabetic test strips, you could sell them today and get paid today. The turnaround time is, if you have them on you, is almost instant, maybe 30 minutes to a few hours. But if somebody's brand new, say they, get started with the business today, as far as how much they can expect to make, I always be realistic. A lot of people want these, you're going to be able to make $3 million your first year. Like, that's just not possible. I mean, I'm sure it is, but it's just not realistic. So first month, I typically tell people between, 1,000 and 1,500 profit. By the end of month 2, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 a month profit. And by the end of month 3, somewhere between 2,500 and 3,500 a month profit. I have students, I myself consistently do between 10 and 12K a month profit. I have some students who blew right past me and do 20, 30, $40,000 a month profit. So it's pretty endless as far as the potential, but that's like, beginning numbers. And then once you actually have the test strips on you, if you have the direct buyers that I use, you could sell your test strips, instantly, almost immediately.
Okay. So quick turnaround time for the payout. And then also you potentially can earn 6 figures. How can somebody dominate in this industry if they're brand new to it?
Yeah, so really the name of the game is to have the buyers on the back end, because otherwise you're going to have to sell your test strips on eBay, which isn't bad. But eBay has rules, fees, chargebacks, limits, holds. I'm sure you have some sort of experience with eBay. And then you got to deal with PayPal. We just invoice the buyers and they wire it right to our bank account, or they'll do Zelle or Cash App. So you could kind of avoid PayPal when you don't have to use them. And then how you dominate it is, 1, have the buyers, and 2, just get a lot of repeat clients. Like I said, my father gets those test strips. He gets them every month. So I got a huge Excel spreadsheet of people every single month who, if not every month, every 2 months or every 3 months or every 2 weeks, who send me their test strips. So really that's how you dominate. You get a lot of repeat clients. You do the marketing, people call you, you buy their test strips, and they say, hey, listen, if you get test strips, if you get more, call me. And that's kind of how you blow it up. You have, in the beginning, there'd be 5 people a month who sell to you, then 10 people a month that sell to you, then 20 people a month that sell to you. So it's kind of like every person who sells you, even some people will sell you 2 boxes a month, some people will sell you 10 boxes a month, some people will sell you 6 boxes a month. Every single person that sells you boxes of test strips is like I almost look at it as kind of like a mini rental unit.
Okay. All right. Amazing. So repeat clients seems to be what can have you thrive in this business.
Yeah.
What's necessary to get started? There's a lot of individuals who are afraid to get an LLC for some reason, or they want to go the cheap route. Is an LLC absolutely required for this business?
Nah, no LLC. You don't even need an LLC. I mean, me and like, you need an LLC eventually once you start making a lot of money, but you don't need an LLC. You could just, and even when I first started, I was putting everything through my personal account. So like I said, you can get paid on Cash App. The buyers we sell the products to are real flexible. You don't need an LLC. You don't need a business license. You don't need a driver's license. Only thing you absolutely need is a cell phone. You can't do it without a phone. But, you don't even need a laptop. You don't need a website. You don't need social media. You really don't need anything. You need a couple $100 to get up and running, some hustle, and a cell phone.
Okay. Well, that sounds perfect. For those of you that are watching this video and you don't have high startup costs, maybe you don't want to get an LLC for whatever reason, this seems to be the industry for you. I mean, anybody that can make $1,500 to $3,000 immediately with the proper work ethic is a great deal. So everything sounds great, but what are some issues that an individual might face if they're starting off in this business?
The concept is pretty simple. The biggest challenge that I see for most people who start this business is with the concept being so simple. When they don't buy, some test strips their first week, they'll be like, oh, it doesn't work. It's almost like it's easy to get in, easy to get out. So it's if typically, like I said, your first month you should make somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 profit. Could be less, could be more. But the hardest part about this industry is getting like your first client to sell you maybe 5 boxes of test strips or 3 boxes of test strips. That's the part that literally just wipes everybody out. Like I said, I know he's in St. Petersburg. I was just down in Florida with you. He's in St. Petersburg. He does about $30,000-$40,000 a month flipping the test strips, and he's crushing it. He was living in Peru for 6 months, crushing it. And he makes big money. So it's there's levels to it, but the hardest part is with it being such a simple concept business, putting out some advertising, Craigslist flyers, business cards, stuff like that. When people don't get a deal within the first couple of days, you'll be surprised how many people who will take my course who tell me, oh, it doesn't work. It works. You just have to sometimes give it a little bit of patience. But if you're patient and you persist through it, you'll be surprised how much you can actually make with this.
Exactly. I mean, that's the same thing with my business. It's simple, but it requires work ethic. So you guys have to take action. So I know you have a course on this, guys, and the link will be in the description, also to his YouTube page. What can they expect in your course? What will be there to actually help them learn this business?
Yeah, so the course is about like 3 to 4 hours long. It's pretty quick and to the point. You're not going to be watching videos for days and days on end. It shows you everything, the business A to Z, what to buy, what not to buy, what to say, what to pay, what to do, what to look for, everything A to Z. I show you how to market. So if you're like, oh, I don't know how to market, I don't know advertising, I show you that. I give you access to me. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Facebook, or you can shoot me a text or a call, and I'm pretty readily available to answer anybody's questions. It's not like I'm going to take your money and run off. I give you access to the buyers we use. So you get the course, which shows you the whole business A to Z. I give you access to me. I give you the buyers. So the same people I sell all my test strips to, I give you access to them. And I give you their contact information, and then I give you a group chat. So you get the course, you get me, you get the buyers, and then you get a group chat, which is you could be around that, those guys that the other students who've taken my course, some making a few thousand a month to supplement their income, some doing it as a full-time business. You could be around them in a group chat. I have a Facebook group and a Telegram chat. So you can kind of be, like-minded individuals. I'm big on, you are who you hang around. So, you could be around other winners doing this business. So that's everything you can expect. I'll give Eric the link to put down in the description. The course is only $347. We do have payment plans and financing options available. So even if you can't afford the $347, check out the link either way. And, it's a pretty simple business. I mean, if you apply yourself, if you follow the course, there's no reason why you can't, make it happen.
All right, you guys, you heard it straight from Felix. He has the buyers for you. That's typically the issue. I did wholesaling for a little bit, and finding the buyers was always like that final piece. And some people, they get stuck. So the fact that you have the list of buyers, you're showing them exactly how to do this business. It doesn't have high startup costs. You don't need an LLC. You guys don't need to wait anymore. Go ahead and check out the course, get started. This is a great additional stream of income. Thank you, Felix, for joining the show.
Thank you, man.